Hi, everyone. I've written a new book, How AI Changes Your Customers, the marketing guide to humanity's next act. Now, the way this book came about is I was part of a research project with 300 other futurists exploring how AI will change humanity by 2035. There were some interesting conclusions, actually a consensus that came out in this report that humanity is being rewired. And if humanity is being rewired, our customers are being rewired. So I took 6 big ideas from this research report and examined them through the filter, through the lens of business and marketing. I thought I would make a series of short videos about those 6 big ideas. And today I'm going to talk about cognitive offloading. So here's an example of maybe a positive example of that. Before I was married, I used to do my own taxes. And then when I became married, my wife decided she liked to do the taxes, and so she did them. Now, as long as she's around, everything is fine. But if she would go away, I wouldn't have a clue where to begin with my taxes, even though I did it for years. I have offloaded that cognitive process to my wife. I have intentionally de-skilled myself. I don't have a skill that I used to have because of this relationship. And that's normal in a marriage. Now, the same type of thing is going on with AI. We are intentionally de-skilling ourselves. There are certain processes that we don't need to do anymore, certain thought processes we don't need to do anymore, and we are offloading this, we are abdicating this to artificial intelligence. And like most things, there's a positive and there's a negative to all of these things. One example of a positive is I haven't fumbled around with a paper map in at least 10 years because I rely on Google Maps or Waze or something like that. That is fantastic. That's a positive, right? And I think there's probably a generation growing up right now that has never used a map and maybe doesn't even know how to read a map, and they don't have to because we can rely on AI. However, there are many important human skills that we're abdicating to AI, and there could be a negative to that. I think one of the most profound quotes in this book was when I met a young woman, and I met her at a neighborhood event. She said, "I use AI like almost every hour of the day." I said, "I'd like to interview you for my book that I'm working on." So when I called her up, she said, when you told me you were going to interview me for this book, I thought I really must get the answer from ChatGPT. She said, "I realize I've crossed a line. I'm using AI too much. I'm using it to communicate as me, even in text messages and emails. I'm making myself dumber. Where am I?" I just think that's a very profound quote, a very profound idea. I hope you'll buy my book and learn there, it was upside down. I've de-skilled myself. I don't even know what's up and down anymore. I hope you'll buy my book and you'll learn about these ideas and learn about the business implications of some of these ways humans are being rewired right before our eyes. Not only what's happening, but as business leaders, what we can do about it.